On Friday night, February 21st, 2025, two Virginia Beach police officers, Girvin and Christopher Reese, were fatally shot during a routine traffic stop. The incident took place around 11:27 p.m. near the intersection of Lynnhaven Parkway and Wendfield Drive in Virginia Beach, Virginia, a bustling coastal city known for its tight-knit community despite its size. Girvin, aged 25, had been with the Virginia Beach Police Department (VBPD) since 2020, bringing a youthful energy and dedication to his role. Christopher Reese, 30, joined the department in 2022 after serving 3 years as a deputy with the Virginia Beach Sheriff's Office, adding a bit more experience to the midnight shift patrol. Both officers were assigned to the Fourth Precinct and were partnered up that night, tasked with traffic patrol, a job that, while routine, carries inherent risks. The encounter began when Girvin and Reese spotted a blue Hyundai Sonata with expired license plates. They attempted to pull the vehicle over, but the driver, later identified as 42-year-old John McCoy III, refused to stop. The officers followed the car to a dead-end street, Sylvan Court, where it finally came to a halt near an apartment complex. What should have been a straightforward stop quickly escalated. According to Virginia Beach Police Chief Paul Newdigate, when the officers approached and asked McCoy to exit the vehicle, he was immediately argumentative and initially refused. After some back and forth, McCoy stepped out and a physical struggle ensued. During this tussle, McCoy pulled a pistol from his pocket and shot both officers. As they fell to the ground, wounded and defenseless, he stood over them and fired again, striking each a second time. The horrific scene was captured on the officers' body cameras and their squad car's dashboard camera, footage Chief Newdigate described as quite horrific. After the shooting, McCoy calmly walked away from the scene, leaving the officers gravely injured. Emergency crews rushed Girvin and Reese to nearby hospitals, Reese to Centara Princess and Hospital, where he was pronounced dead just after midnight, and Girvin to Centara Virginia Beach General Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries hours later. Both were surrounded by family, friends, and fellow officers in their final moments. Meanwhile, police launched a search for McCoy. Less than an hour later, just after midnight on February 22nd, responding officers found him dead in a shed behind an apartment complex near the shooting site, with what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. No VBPD officers fired their weapons during the incident. McCoy, a convicted felon from 2009, was prohibited from possessing a firearm, and authorities speculate this may have factored into his actions, though his exact motive remains unclear, perhaps lost forever with his death. The loss of Girvin and Reese, described as hardworking officers with stellar reputations, sent shockwaves through Virginia Beach. Chief Newdigate, visibly emotional during a Saturday press conference, emphasized the pain felt by the department and community. "We're all hurting. We've got families that have lost a loved one in the prime of their life, and they are completely devastated." He called them heroes who paid the ultimate price, noting it was the first line-of-duty shooting death for VBPD in 16 years. Virginia Beach Mayor Bobby Dyer echoed this sentiment, opening the press conference with a moment of silence and stating, "Our city is heartbroken." The community response was swift and heartfelt. A memorial sprang up outside the Fourth Precinct, featuring patrol cars, blue candles, flowers, and teddy bears, with the American flag at half-staff. Residents like Laura Pointer and Charlotte Gomez visited to pay respects, lamenting the senselessness of the tragedy over something as minor as expired plates. Governor Glenn Youngkin and other officials offered condolences, with Youngkin calling it a solemn reminder of the bravery of those who risk everything to protect us. Girvin and Reese's deaths highlight the unpredictable dangers law enforcement officers face, even in routine duties. Their service, Girvin's 4 years and Reese's combined 6 years in law enforcement, ended abruptly, leaving a void in their department and families. The investigation continues, but the focus has shifted to mourning and honoring two young men who, as Newdigate vowed, will never be forgotten.